Hello Pisces! Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello! It used to be like the hand movements that I was used to, but then we switched to a different format, and so I adjusted the hand movements, so I need to relearn like how to do them properly. If I keep this format, who freaking knows? So, Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Ooh, I'm feeling the love. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love you too. I love you very much. Thank you so much for being here. Especially, I always appreciate, new subscribers and everything, but I also have like a very solid base. And thank you so much to you guys. You've been loyal for all the years that you've been with me, and just thank you so much, right? All right, let's hop in. We're gonna have a look at the current, what's happening currently in your life, the current situation, higher view over the situation, and what you can do to help yourself. This actually feels really fun, like a fun reading, so we'll see what's gonna happen. Obviously, this is a channel for personal and spiritual growth, whatever it is for you. This one, yes. Okay, cool. This one. Whoa. Holy smokes, Pisces. Wow. These are great cards. I'm going to show you. This is crazy. Okay, so first card off is the Sun, number 19. What an amazing card to have. So maybe that was the energy that you were just giving me, that I was just feeling from you. It's just being in a really good place, feeling solid, maybe for the first time in a really long time. There's also the equinox that is happening today, my sweethearts, so that may have something to do with that. So day and night are equal, so that things are in balance or can be in balance. But I also know about some people, this may not necessarily denote to Pisces, but I know that some people have really great decisions to make, like really big ones that are going to influence and determine their lives for the next couple of years. So make sure it's a good one. I want to say you can use this equinox for manifesting and bringing about. And I kind of feel that that's what you've been doing here. You've really been connected and you've been heard. Like in terms of prayers are answered here for you, my dear Pisces. I almost said Capricorn for some reason. That was odd, but I meant to say Pisces. And the Sun card is obviously like Leo energy here, but very much I feel like the warmth, of the summer is all of a sudden what I'm feeling here. Although in some hemispheres there may be, the autumn knocking on your door. So I was getting that too, but you know how autumn can be so beautiful with the leaves and with that specific type of a sun because it's still warm enough to be outside. So that is really quite beautiful. I'm also getting that arrow here on her dress. I don't know if you can particularly see it, but this reminded me of runes. So you may be working with runes or you may be receiving signs, particularly that are important for you, because they seem to be keeping you grounded. Because this one, see how her chain is flowing up into the air? So that's your connection, that's your connectivity, and you're very drawn to the upper worlds, but that particular sign is keeping you grounded. And it may be something, in terms of prior agreements that you've put in place. This is so interesting, that you've put in place for yourself, knowing that you would go through this period in time. And hence you gave yourself an indicator. You from the future are coming to yourself now, or have come to yourself now, to give you something that keeps you grounded, that keeps you connected. That's really interesting. Now, it could be a symbol. It could also be a person. It could be a location. It could be a pet. Something seems to be in your life that keeps you grounded, because otherwise you would take off. That's very interesting. You would kind of expect that from air signs, right? Because they sometimes have a little bit more of a harder time to keep themselves grounded because it's their nature, right? And yeah, but for you, Pisces, water sign and all, it's interesting constellation. But we also had Capricorn and Leo come in too. So maybe you have like a variety of signs in your chart, because it's not just the sun sign we want to look for, as probably most of you know that are watching this channel. As we evolve throughout, It becomes more and more knowledgeable that it's not just the sun, the moon, the rising. There's way more things involved, and astrology itself is evolving as well, in terms of that different planets or constellations are all of a sudden being taken into consideration. If you're following Pam Gregory, for example, she keeps saying that too, that it's evolving for her too, and she's been doing this for such a long time, for, I almost wanted to say centuries, which is probably true, and also in terms of past life, obviously, but decades. She's definitely done it for decades in this lifetime. And your second card out, my sweethearts, is the High Priestess. Gorgeous, gorgeous card to have with the number 2. Highly connected again, and I'm feeling that air around you. So maybe you have really been trying to manifest something. In some cases I feel like hard manifestation, if that makes any sense, but really trying to tune into it and really purposefully sitting down at a specific time to really bring something about. And this is because of your connection. Some of you are really meditating a lot. I can definitely feel how my head space is expanding. So I can feel my sides, I can feel the above. I also feel like the back of my head. So if you've been suffering from headaches a little bit, that is why, because of that connection. I highly recommend grounding yourself also with your hands and feet, like barefoot on the ground, to really bring down that energy, because the connection to the higher realms is just as important as realizing, in my personal opinion, that we're humans, that we're meant to be here. We're not these space beings. We are, but we are also like in human form right now. And so the grounding is very important here, Pisces, I want to say, to really keep you, especially through this time. You may be feeling like the influx of energy, but it's not on grounding per se. It's just like so you don't lose your traction, right? So it's not so you don't do one of those. And again, I feel from you come across as very balanced to me at this time. And of course, with the sun, highly successful, right? This is a really good time to tap into what is going really well in your life, and to focus on those parts and to enhance those parts, I want to say. Excuse me. Excusez-moi, people. Now, let's see. Third card out for you is the Two of Cups, which is talking about a connection, a soul bond. In this case, I want to say, but it can also, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, Pisces. It can just be people that you're coming across, which is a beautiful thing. When we meet Soul Tribe, like that incredible connection, it can almost make us go from being an introverted person, more of an introvert, more of a homebody, to being totally like extroverted. And because it's the right people, so they charge us. It's not something that is taken from us, like energy-wise, strength-wise. It's we're being recharged by those connections, by those awesome conversations. And that's what I want to say here is in store for you. And maybe what you've also been manifesting consciously or unconsciously. Maybe you just wanted to feel better. Maybe you just wanted to have a better quality of life. Well, here it is, Pisces, a better quality of life. And I really love the energies around you. I'm seeing a lot of golden light. I'm seeing purple. I'm seeing orange, yellow, that is swirling around you. And it's quite the magical realm that you seem to be operating in, or will be operating in, depending on where you are on that timeline. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. If you want a one-on-one, reach out, universalpowertarot@gmail.com. I still offer those healing readings, the private healing readings, as well as the higher guidance coaching calls if you're interested for yourself or your business, or if you would like to give a friend a gift, same email address. Check out the description box for more info if you want to know more. That's interesting. I'm all of a sudden noticing that there's imprints on the cups, and with that, holy smokes, this is something that starts to be very interesting. I'm all of a sudden getting inscription of sorts, and with that, as you can see, like my head was just tilted, and it almost felt like in a yoga pose, you know, like you could do this. Of course. Okay, thanks. You know how you do, is that the warrior? I don't think it's the warrior, where you put your hand up, you have your legs kind of like this apart, and one arm goes down and the other one goes up. And once that pose clicked for me, I realized this was the connection between heaven and earth. So either you've been doing this pose or it's a sign for you to maybe do this pose. I forgot the name of it, but it's a good one. It's a good one. And generally, twisting poses are really, really good because it connects the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. And that's what we see here too, right? Connection between different parties, between two parties. That is so beautiful. Oh my God. Ooh. I just thought about like romantic connection and all of a sudden I got this, you know how when you're in a roller coaster, that type of a feeling when it lifts off, that kind of a vacuum type of feeling. That's what I was feeling here right now for you. Quite beautiful, but also, you know, that surprise, but good surprise. Ooh, lots of adrenaline. Pisces, I love it. Possibly like a romantic, totally. Like I feel like I'm flushing, like my cheeks are like doing one of those and can't stop smiling type of situation. Interesting. Didn't we have that for you too, like in your last reading, Pisces, where that came up for you as well? That romantic partnership there? I think after leaving something else behind. Okay, let's continue though. More of those, no. I will pull you one more card before we take this over to Patreon to do the rest of your reading. Okay, so we're working with the Guardian Angel cards. Patreon is only $11.11 a month. It's for the whole month, so not just this reading, but any extended created within that period of time. Also for the ones that already came. I just recently talked to Patreon because I was going to put everything in, I was going to organize it, but they seem to have a problem with their search tool, so I would have to go back pages and pages and pick each and every single one and then add them to the collection, which does not make much sense for the readings that were already passed. But I will organize probably the food for thought and the pick a card so you can access them more easily. And I will from now on make the collections for each month and year too, so you can find them more easily. But they should really fix this. This is like a problem. So, oh, none of these. And apart from that, I don't mean to throw shade on Patreon because I really love Patreon actually. That's why I'm on the platform. This one, yeah. Okay. So, oh, be mindful of your thoughts. I just noticed that too as I was talking that stuff about Patreon. I guess they will fix it in time, but be mindful of what you're thinking and what you're saying too in terms of what you wish to attract. This is of course something that we all know, but maybe be more mindful right now. And I actually feel bad I said that now. I actually can feel it in my body. And you know what helps with this? Ho'oponopono. I am sorry, Patreon. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry, I love you. Thank you. I always forget it. Like when I'm with you guys, I forget it. There's like a fourth one. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. That's the one. Patreon. Thank you. We have Miracle here. And it says, dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away, Pisces. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. Now this is incredible, and it's right below the High Priestess. And something else that I want to mention before we take it over to Patreon is that the High Priestess comes right before the Empress. So the High Priestess is the one that channels the information down, that receives it, that is making the manifestation possible in the first place. And the Empress then grounds it and really makes it happen. She's the materializer, I want to say. But the Empress is the creator, the creatress, if that makes sense. So that's what that is. And so believe in miracles here, Pisces. Do not stress out, I want to say. Stay with your beautiful self. Stay in that gorgeous sun energy. And you'll see things unfold from there. Just go with it. Go with the flow that you seem to be in currently. Okay? All right, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you. And I'm saying goodbye. And maybe welcome over to Patreon. Or I'll see you over on Patreon on next time. And I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. And much love, light, and shadow. Bye, friends. Bye-bye.